No, then. What you know? Stop getting out.
Last year, a shocking 54,000 animals died as a result of animal cruelty and abuse. 34% of those animals were abused by their own caregiver. There are two different kinds of animal cruelty. Passive cruelty is a lack of action toward an animal. Examples of these kinds of cruelty include starvation, dehydration, inadequate shelter. The other form of cruelty towards animals is active cruelty. This is a malicious and intentional act to harm an animal. Examples of active cruelty include beating, shooting, stabbing, poisoning, torturing, and setting animals on fire. Passive cruelty is often overlooked by the local authorities. They see this as just ignorance and give the caregiver an opportunity to fix their mistakes. And the passive cruelty is often not followed up on. Animal abuse is not limited to just domestic animals. Animals are affected in factory farms by hoarding. In research laboratories, they're used for experiments. Circus animals are whipped and beaten, and cruel traps are used in the wild. In the oceans, commercial whaling, shark finning, and dolphin capture is also a problem. Public figures also influence animal abuse. People such as Michael Vick are let back into the National Football League after just a few months of probation. Violence towards animals also indicates violence toward people. People such as Eric Harris and Dylan Klebold of the Columbine High School shootings mutilated animals and bragged about it to their friends. A known serial killer, Jeffrey Dahmer, also admitted that he impaled dogs, cats, and frogs with sticks. Of the 9 high school shootings, 50% of the shooters had a history of abuse toward animals. 46% of serial killers admitted to committing animal abuse. Animals are abused in 88% of homes where a child was abused. Steps you need to take to prevent abuse in the future toward animals are very important. The first is you need to report it. If you see a suspicious act, you need to take note of the day, get pictures or video if possible, and contact your local animal control agency or sheriff's department. Once you have major documentation and complaint, you need to follow up on the complaint. A lot of local authorities do not see animal abuse as a priority. You can adopt animals from shelters and volunteer at an animal shelter. Joining organizations such as the ASPCA or Humane Society to help fight for anti-cruelty laws also helps. Teaching children to treat animals with kindness and respect is important. Once people are held accountable, others will follow their example. If they have consequences to abusing animals, then there will be less cruel acts. It is important that you get involved with your local organizations and law enforcement. Remember that animal cruelty often indicates danger to people.
I can do what